All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations until hopefully like tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. And we know that the goal from the powers that be, they want as much anarchy as possible, lawlessness, crime to be at an all-time high, so that they can be justified in bringing in their new world order. And they definitely are using Jake, to facilitate, that anarchy. Bringing in these tribes from these third world areas of the world and bringing them here and giving them all these benefits, putting them in position, and that's causing tension between them and the tribes that already live here in Babylon, and now, we're starting to see what we already, speculated when we first heard about them bringing and shipping in, all these different people into the country. And these devils know exactly what they were doing. And now, you're going to barely hear about these type of things in the media because they want to keep you distracted, of course. So you're going to hear about Diddy, day in and day out. What celebrity is going to be next? Who is he going to sing about? Who he going to pull a Nino Brown and, this rapper or that rapper or this executive is next, such and such and such. This is all they're going to be talking about. But this is happening, right up under your nose. All right, and this is a video clip, all right, of a news segment going into what they're saying is taking place in the Chi out in Chicago. All right, now we know that the media can't all the way be trusted, so you got to take what they report with a grain of salt. But we pretty much got to keep our eyes open and keep our head on the swivel, because you never know what this devil got going. But things are definitely happening. All right, and they're not going to be truthful about everything. So anyway, allegedly, there's some things going on with the Chicago street gangs and this Venezuelan gang that they've been reporting about that's now in the country, known as the Venezuelan Tren de Aragua. All right. So this is a news segment, and they're saying that some end of Eve, bodied one. All right. So there's tension. And Esau, he knew what he was doing to put you Jakes front and center in the midst of this anarchy, this chaos. All right. So without further ado, let me just play this little clip.
A woman shoots and kills a man who broke into her home in the Austin neighborhood. This happened this morning on the 700 block of North Laramie. Police say two armed people broke into the home, found an armed woman inside. That led to a shootout where one of the offenders was fatally shot in the chest. No other injuries were reported. Police have not said what happened to the other offender. News now, there's been a deadly shootout that police say began as a home invasion on the west side. Investigators say two armed people forced their way into a residence in the 700 block of North Laramie. A woman inside the home who has a valid FOID card also produced a firearm, and there was an exchange of gunfire. One of the people breaking into the home was killed. Nobody else was hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Richard Kata, man. It's a free country, ain't it? But the ground is so separately, so let's go. I just want to say shouts out to the distinguished black woman in Chicago, the gun owner woman in Chicago. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to the Austin neighborhood on the west side, because today I have about a 13-day-old story to report on of a black woman on the west side who legally owned a gun, clapping up a migrant that was rumored to be from Tren de Aragua. Pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying? We got some news straight from the source, straight from I believe like Fox News or something. I got some news clips. You know what I'm saying? Cite my damn sources. Also, shouts out to CSP. He helped me put this video together. But let's go. So we had a migrant trying to run up. He trying to run up in your house. He's acting like the Grinch who stole Christmas, trying to run up in your house. But from the jungles of Venezuela, thinking he's about to Tren de Aragua, somebody's crib, and about to run up and Swiss cheese your house. No way. He ran in the wrong.
And this is all alleged, by the way. This is alleged. All right. I don't know how true this is. The Jake narrating and reporting. You know, this is what his sources are saying. That these two individuals that broke into that woman's house, you know, they were migrants they were Venezuelan migrants. And they came in there armed. All right. And it's like, where are these migrants getting these weapons from? How are they getting access to weapons so quickly? You already know why. You already know who's providing them. All right. And this devil, you know, he wants to increase the danger. Okay. And he wants you, Jakes, to be front and center of it all. Okay. Because his whole job is to try to dismantle and you know, cause division amongst the tribes, because we know in the spirit, you know, this truth is causing a gathering where the tribes are actually being brought together. So what the Most High is causing on the right hand, Esau is trying to dismantle on the left hand side, you know, but this is only going to happen amongst the tribes that are still in the dark. All right. That still don't know what's going on. All right. But you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth. All right. So these individuals that I guess broke in, you know, trying to, I guess, hit a lick or something like that. They had no idea that this woman was holding, and she did what she had to do. All right. And there's even a scripture, because she's in the right. You know, she can't be tried for murder or nothing like that, because, you know, they broke into her personal space. They broke into her home. All right. There's let me see. It's in Numbers. See if I could try to find it. No, that's the vow. I know there's a law that says pretty much if somebody was to break into your home, you know, they're liable to be put to death. Let me see. Bear with me for a second while I find that verse. I know it's in Numbers. Exodus 22, is it? Let me check. Yep. This is Exodus 22. Let me get it in the NLT. So it was in Exodus, not Numbers. This is Exodus 22, verse 2. It says, if a thief is caught in an act of breaking into a house and is struck and killed in the process, the person who killed the thief is not guilty of murder. Okay. But if it happens in daylight and the one who killed the thief is guilty of murder, a thief who is caught must pay in full for everything he stole. If he cannot pay, he must be sold as a slave to pay for his theft. So the woman, she's not guilty of murder. The black woman that defended her property and defended her life, she's not in violation. So those unfortunate for those two Asherites, those two Venezuelans, they got put out. What they go through down there in those countries, it's pretty wild. They're used to these conditions. Life of crime because the poverty is so high. The fight for limited resources, and they think that they come here to Babylon because things are a little different. But they live in a wild element too, because we all are under the curse. Okay, we all are under the curse. But Esau, he knows this. So putting us in close proximity of each other, knowing that we're destitute, marginalized, this would definitely do the trick. It cause nothing but mayhem, chaos among us. All right, so this is what's going on. And here's an article on this that just popped up on my news feed. It says Chicago gangs clash with Venezuelan Tren de Aregua members, blacks against migrants. So this is what they're pushing in the media now, because there seemed to be a little tension. All right. And Esau, he knows exactly what he's doing, man. They want to they want to shift the focus off of themselves and create all these different issues so they can step back and look at Jake's reaction. And, you got Jake that's willing to align themselves with Edomites, other Hispanics against these migrants, which the scriptures did say that there would be, seditions, that there would be political turmoil. There would be people, trying to, grasp onto some type of power and control because of the lack of resources. Matter of fact, let's go to Second Ezra. We're going to go to Second Ezra 15 in the G&T. And it says, Second Ezra 15, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, the world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. And you're going to start seeing more of that, especially the more things get tight, the more resources get scarce and limited. You're going to start seeing people mount up and take matters into their own hands, disregarding the government, And that's why months ago we've been seeing how they've been sending the National Guard into certain areas of the country, deployment of all type of military equipment, because they're getting ready to do something in this country. But people, they're stuck on Diddy right now. They don't really see it. All right, it's going to get chaotic, and then we know that the elections is getting ready to come up. Is right around the corner, and we don't know what's getting ready to happen with that. We expect turmoil either way it goes. Whoever gets in, it's going to be turmoil. All right, so you're going to see this prophecy that I'm reading. All right, it really both this chapter, Second Ezra 15 and 16. You're gonna start to see it amplified in society. People are not going to be happy with whatever choice. No one's going to be happy. And you're going to see that division, which the Lord said, a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. So this is what we're going to see, and this is what we're beginning to see. It says there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. So this is what, this society is up for. All right. And we see that the love of many is waxing cold. So it ain't nothing in this age, in this era. It's nothing to spill blood. These spirits of vengeance getting on people, and they're, often close relatives, loved ones, their own offspring, children rising up and killing their own parents or grandparents because iniquity is abounding, So there's really no love. There's no love at all amongst our people. I mean, we still under that curse, that evil eye is exacerbated. If it don't matter if you of the nation, if you foreign and I'm not familiar with you, and you pose a threat, there's no love there. So this is the atmosphere that the elites are creating, because they want chaos. Order out of chaos is the motto. It says, because the struggle, it's like there will no longer be free access to the cities, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. So it's not going to be safe. And they're going to make Jake the face of terror. They accuse one Jake of what did they say he did? Basically, he was working with some people that's connected to Syria, the Syrian government. Like what? Some Jake over on the East Coast. So they arrested him for his connection to, some group belonging in Syria. So you already know that they're gonna, conjure up a narrative. Because this devil, he's good at doing that. The scriptures say that they're forgers of lies. So they'll do whatever it takes to, shift the narrative. But Esau is the one that's setting up the root causes of everything. And then he just somehow, some way comes up with the solutions. So it always tied back to this devil. That's why you got to pay attention to him while he's causing all these different distractions. So we just got to continue to, keep our armor on, that we may be able to fight against the wiles, the strategies, and tricks of the devil. It says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. And them Venezuelans, some of them, they got their little benefits or whatever, and they're able to be in homes. Hell, I saw some expensive home in, I don't know if it was in California or not, but it was a vacant, I think it might have been a mansion, but somehow, some way, squatters ended up getting into the mansion, and you look at it and it looked like a straight up like those little what they call them, the favelas, or them homes that they live in down there in South America. It's all graffitied out. They got all type of graffiti all over it. It don't even look like a mansion, when they moved up in there. But they're hungry, so they're gonna be desperate. So they're gonna be willing to break into your home and try to plunder. And if that woman, if she wasn't armed, they would have got her and they would have took her possessions. So this is what we're witnessing already in the country. You see? So, we got to keep our eyes open, man. Now, It's this is the this is what they're pushing in the media. It says Venezuelan migrants moving into Chicago's South Side have caught the attention of the city's gangs, and some fearing an impending turf war between local gangs and their Venezuelan counterparts. When the black gangs here are fed up with illegalities, all right, it says, and criminal activities of these migrants are non-citizens, the city of Chicago is going to go up in flames, and it will be nothing the National Guard or the government can do about it when the bloodshed hits the streets. It'll be blacks against migrants, basically Israelites versus Israelites. Tyrone Muhammad, a former Chicago gangster who did 20 years in prison and now runs a violence prevention program, said in a report for the New York Post. The comments come as Chicago has seen an influx of Venezuelan migrants, according to the report, including members of the notorious Tren de Aragua gang. So they knew exactly who they was bringing into the country. They made sure that the majority of them that was coming here were all men of military age. Okay, we knew these devils was up to something when we saw a bunch of men, an influx of men coming into the country. It ain't like you saw, men with their families, with their wives and their children coming in. It was just an influx of nothing but straight men. All right, so and when they had that debate, Trump and Kamala, he was talking about how they was bringing some of their worst prisoners into the country, and now their crime rate has since then reduced down there in Venezuela. And now we're hearing about these different things happening amongst the cities in Babylon. You see? And they tried to say that Trump was, what he was saying was false. Kamala, she was denying everything. And she's one of the culprits behind this situation, this whole crisis. Her and Sleepy Joe. A lot of shit she denied in there, you can actually prove that she was wrong. She was full of shit. So we in for it, man. If she gets in there, Babylon is in for it, man. And this is all nothing but Esau stirring the pot, which really ultimately the Lord is doing it, on the left-hand side, man. All right, so this is what we seeing. And it's going to be exacerbated when all hell breaks loose. So just be circumspect, you brothers and you sisters out there as well. And this is why, we always say for you sisters, stick with your man if you have a husband. Because, the Lord is going to be the overall protection. But if you with a man of the Lord, that assures you of that protection, because the Lord, he's going to protect his men. It says that men shall be as a hiding place and as a covert from the wind and the tempest. All right. But let me get this real quick. Ephesians 5 and 15. And it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And we're definitely in that evil time right now. Okay. Inflation is going to continue to go up. The cost to afford to continue to live and feed yourself and survive is going to get more and more dire. People can't afford it, so people are going to get more desperate. That means more crime we can expect. And we know Jake is they're wise to do evil, so it's going to be blood touching blood. Thievery, robberies. So just be circumspect out there, man. All right. So with that, let me give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. And until the next one, Shalom.